Your mind will face pressure. Life will test your strength. Most people break because they never train their mind. In this audiobook, you will learn the psychology of mental strength, how strong people stay calm, how they stay steady, and how they keep going when others collapse. This is not motivation. This is mental training. Mental strength is not loud. It is calm. It is not about hype. It is about control. Life will pressure you. People will test you. Your own mind will challenge you. Most people react. They panic. They quit. Strong people do something different. They stay calm. They stay steady. They stay in control. This audiobook will teach you the psychology of mental strength, how to stay strong under pressure, how to control your thoughts, how to move forward even when it feels hard. This is not motivation. Motivation fades. This is training. Training stays. If you want a stronger mind, if you want calm under pressure, if you want control over yourself, stay with this audiobook. Listen fully. Apply what you hear. And if this message speaks to you, subscribe now and share this with someone who needs mental strength today. Chapter 1. Mental strength is not confidence. Most people misunderstand mental strength. They think it means confidence. They think it means feeling sure. They think it means believing everything will work out. That is wrong. Confidence depends on outcomes. Mental strength does not. Confidence rises when things go well. It falls when things go wrong. Mental strength stays steady, even when nothing is certain. This difference matters, because life is not predictable. Results are not guaranteed. Plans fail. People disappoint. Effort does not always win. If your strength depends on confidence, you will collapse when confidence disappears. Strong people understand this early. They do not wait to feel ready. They do not wait to feel sure. They do not wait to feel confident. They act anyway. Mental strength begins where confidence ends. Confidence says, I will act because I believe I will succeed. Mental strength says, I will act even if I fail. That is the shift. Strong people move without certainty. They take steps in unclear conditions. They decide without perfect information, not because they feel brave, but because they value control. Control over actions. Control over effort. Control over response. They know what they can control, and they release what they cannot. This is where calm comes from. Not ego, not hype, not positive thinking. Control. Ego needs applause. Confidence needs validation. Mental strength needs nothing. It does not announce itself. It does not perform. It does not explain. It simply shows up. Weak minds wait for confidence. Strong minds train for action. Confidence is emotional. Mental strength is structural. Emotions change fast. Structures last. Confidence can vanish in seconds. One mistake, one rejection, one failure. Mental strength remains because it is built on habits, built on discipline, built on repetition. Strong people are not fearless. They feel doubt. They feel pressure. They feel resistance. They just do not obey it. They understand a simple truth. Feeling unsure does not mean stop. Feeling afraid does not mean retreat. Feeling unconfident does not mean wait. It means proceed carefully. It means slow down. It means focus, not quit. Mental strength is not loud. It is quiet. It does not rush. It does not panic. It does not react. It stays steady under pressure. Most people confuse calm with weakness. They mistake silence for fear. They assume control means lack of passion. They are wrong. Calm is power. A calm mind sees clearly. A calm mind makes better choices. A calm mind does not waste energy. Strong people protect their calm. They do not argue unnecessarily. They do not explain themselves to everyone. They do not chase approval. They choose their response. This is mental strength. Confidence seeks comfort. Mental strength accepts discomfort. Confidence wants proof before action. Mental strength creates proof through action. Confidence says, I need to feel ready. Mental strength says, I will become ready by doing. That is how strength is built, not in perfect conditions, not in ideal moods, not in moments of inspiration, but in ordinary days, in boring routines, in quiet effort. Strong people train when no one is watching. They practice when nothing feels exciting. They repeat actions even when motivation is gone. Because they do not depend on motivation. They depend on structure. Confidence fades when energy drops. Mental strength remains when energy is low. That is why strong people keep going. They understand something most people never learn. You do not need confidence to act. You need commitment. Commitment to process, commitment to discipline, commitment to showing up. Confidence is a byproduct. Mental strength is the cause. When strong people fail, they do not question their worth. They question their method. They adjust. They learn. They continue. They do not panic. They do not dramatize. They do not collapse emotionally. They stay neutral. Neutrality is strength. It allows clear thinking. It allows patience. It allows long-term vision. Weak minds swing between extremes. High confidence, then deep doubt. Strong minds stay centered. They do not chase emotional highs. They do not fear emotional lows. They operate from stability. Mental strength is not about believing you are special. It is about accepting reality. Reality is hard. Reality is unfair. Reality does not care how you feel. Strong people accept this without bitterness. They do not complain. They do not blame. They do not beg for easier conditions. They adapt. Adaptation is strength. Confidence says, I expect success. Mental strength says, I expect resistance. That expectation changes everything. When resistance comes, strong people are not shocked. They prepared for it. They train their mind to stay steady. They do not personalize failure. They do not turn mistakes into identity. They separate who they are from what happened. That separation creates resilience. Most people tie their identity to results. Success makes them feel valuable. Failure makes them feel worthless. Strong people do not do this. Their identity is stable. Their actions adjust. This stability creates calm, and calm creates endurance. Mental strength is endurance of the mind. It is the ability to stay functional when emotions try to interfere. It is the ability to think when pressure increases. It is the ability to continue without praise. Strong people are not driven by confidence. They are driven by standards. Standards for behavior, standards for effort, standards for discipline. They ask different questions. Not, how do I feel today? But, what needs to be done? Not, do I feel confident? But, Is this necessary? This mindset removes drama. Drama wastes energy. Energy is precious. Strong people protect their energy. They sleep. They eat well. They train their body. They train their mind. Because mental strength is not accidental. It is built day by day, choice by choice, not through speeches, not through affirmations, not through hype, but through action, even small action, especially small action. Confidence may start action. Mental strength finishes it. Confidence likes beginnings. Mental strength handles endings. When excitement fades, when novelty disappears, when results slow down, that is when strength matters. Strong people finish. They do not chase feeling strong. They become strong through consistency. They do not need to feel powerful. They act with control. Control over reactions. Control over focus. Control over effort. That is real power, and it is available to anyone, not through belief, but through training. Mental strength is not something you are born with. It is something you build, one decision at a time. And it begins here, by understanding this truth. Confidence is temporary. Mental strength is permanent. Chapter 2. Pressure is the training ground. Pressure is not the enemy. Pressure is the test. Most people run from pressure. They avoid it. They delay it. They hide from it. And every time they do, their mind becomes weaker. Avoiding pressure weakens the mind. Facing pressure builds resilience. This is not opinion. This is reality. A mind that is never tested never grows strong. Just like a muscle. If you never load weight, you stay fragile. If you avoid discomfort, you stay unprepared. Pressure exposes truth. It shows how you think. It shows how you react. It shows how you break. That is why people fear it. Pressure removes excuses. Pressure removes masks. Pressure removes illusion. Under pressure, you are revealed. Strong people understand this. They do not hate pressure. They respect it. They know pressure is training. Life does not give exams after lessons. Life gives lessons after exams. Pressure comes first. Growth comes after. Weak minds want comfort first. Strong minds accept stress early. Pressure forces focus. When pressure rises, noise disappears. Only what matters stays. This is why calm is formed under stress. Not in silence. Not in ease. Not in comfort. Calm is forged when everything feels heavy. Most people think calm means peace. They are wrong. Calm means control. While stress is present, calm is not the absence of pressure. Calm is function under pressure. Strong people train this skill. They step into discomfort on purpose. They choose hard paths. They do difficult things daily. Not because they enjoy pain, but because they respect growth. Pressure strengthens attention. Under pressure, every thought matters. Every action counts. That is why pressure sharpens the mind. Avoiding pressure creates fear. Facing pressure creates confidence. Not fake confidence. Real confidence. The kind that comes from experience. You cannot think your way into strength. You must live through resistance. Pressure teaches patience. When pressure rises, panic is tempting. Strong people slow down. They breathe. They observe. They respond. Weak people rush. They react. They make emotional decisions. Pressure reveals habits. If your habit is panic, pressure will expose it. If your habit is discipline, pressure will support you. That is why training matters. You do not rise to the moment. You fall to your level of preparation. Pressure does not change who you are. It shows who you are. That truth scares people. So they avoid pressure. They choose easy tasks. They stay in safe routines. They repeat what feels comfortable. And slowly, their tolerance drops. Small problems feel big. Minor stress feels overwhelming. This is how weakness grows. Strong people reverse this pattern. They increase difficulty slowly. They expand tolerance daily. Cold mornings, hard conversations, difficult decisions, small pressure, handled daily. This builds resilience. Resilience is not toughness. Resilience is recovery, the ability to stay steady, the ability to continue, the ability to think clearly. Pressure trains this ability. You cannot simulate pressure mentally. You must experience it physically, emotionally. Pressure teaches emotional control. Under stress, emotions rise. Fear, anger, doubt. Strong people notice emotions. They do not obey them. They separate feeling from action. This is mental strength. Pressure forces honesty. You cannot lie to yourself. When everything is on the line, excuses collapse. Stories disappear. Only reality remains. That reality can hurt, but it also frees you, because once you see truth, you can train properly. Strong people seek pressure because it gives feedback. Fast, clear, unfiltered. Pressure tells you what needs work. Weak focus, poor discipline, low endurance. Pressure highlights weakness, and weakness is not shame. Weakness is direction. It tells you where to train. Avoiding pressure delays growth. Facing pressure accelerates it. This is why comfort is dangerous. Comfort feels safe, but it slowly reduces capacity. The more comfort you seek, the less stress you can handle. Then one hard moment arrives, and you collapse. Strong people prepare for that moment. They train when life is quiet, so they can function. When life becomes loud, pressure improves decision-making. Under pressure, bad decisions are costly. Strong people practice thinking slowly. While stress is high, they pause. They assess. They choose. This skill saves energy. Energy wasted in panic cannot be recovered. Pressure teaches efficiency. You learn what matters. You drop what does not. This creates mental clarity. Pressure also builds trust in self, not self-belief, self-trust. You trust yourself because you survived difficulty before, not because you feel confident, but because you have evidence. Evidence is power. Strong people collect evidence. They face hard things. They endure them. They move forward. Each time, their mind becomes steadier. Pressure builds emotional range. You learn to function. While uncomfortable, you learn to speak. While nervous, you learn to act. While afraid, this expands capability. Fear stops controlling you. Pressure removes fantasy. It kills the idea that life should be easy. Strong people do not expect ease. They expect resistance. This expectation protects them. When pressure arrives, they are not surprised. They say, "This is normal." That mindset keeps them calm. Pressure also teaches humility. You realize your limits. You see mistakes. You adjust. Ego dies under pressure. And that is good. Ego blocks learning. Pressure removes ego. Strong people stay teachable. They do not defend failure. They study it. Pressure creates mental toughness, not by making you hard, but by making you flexible. Flexible minds adapt. Rigid minds break. Pressure forces adaptation. That is why pressure is necessary. Without pressure, there is no evolution, no strength, no depth, only surface confidence. Strong people do not seek chaos. They seek challenge, controlled pressure, intentional stress, enough to grow, not enough to break. They respect recovery. They rest. They reflect. But they do not escape. They return to pressure again. Because pressure is the gym. For the mind, every rep builds capacity. Every hard moment adds weight. And slowly, what once felt heavy becomes normal. This is resilience. Calm is not found. Calm is trained. Trained in stress. Trained in difficulty. Trained in pressure. Pressure is not the enemy. It is the teacher. It shows you what you are ready for and what you must become. Chapter 3. Your mind exaggerates threats. Your mind exaggerates threats. This is not weakness. This is design. The mind magnifies danger to protect you. Long ago, this kept humans alive. Today, it often holds you back. Fear is often false. The mind predicts danger. Before danger exists, it imagines outcomes. It creates stories. It prepares for pain that may never arrive. Anxiety is prediction, not reality. Most fear lives in the future, not here, not now. Strong people understand this. They do not argue with fear emotionally. They examine it logically. They ask simple questions. What is actually happening? What is imagined? What evidence exists? Weak minds accept every thought as truth. Strong minds challenge thoughts calmly. The mind speaks fast. Reality moves slower. That gap creates fear. Your mind says, "This is dangerous," but often it is just unfamiliar. The mind hates uncertainty. Uncertainty feels unsafe, even when nothing bad is happening. So the mind fills gaps with worst-case scenarios. That is exaggeration. Fear is the mind shouting, not reality speaking. Strong people learn to lower the volume. They do not try to silence fear. They stop obeying it. Fear says, "Stop." Strength says, "Check." Fear wants immediate comfort. Strength wants long-term control. The mind exaggerates because it assumes danger is everywhere. This creates tension. Tension drains energy. Energy loss reduces clarity. Reduced clarity increases fear. This loop weakens people. Strong people break the loop. They slow down thinking. Fast thoughts create panic. Slow thoughts create control. When fear appears, they pause. They label the fear. This is fear. This is prediction. This is not fact. This simple act creates distance. Distance creates clarity. Clarity reduces exaggeration. Anxiety thrives on vagueness. Undefined threats feel bigger. Strong people define the threat. What exactly could happen? How likely it is? What can be done? Once defined, fear shrinks. The mind exaggerates when it feels powerless. Power reduces fear. Power comes from preparation. Strong people prepare skills, not outcomes. They prepare response. They trust their ability to adapt. This trust calms the mind. Fear also exaggerates time. The mind makes discomfort feel endless, but discomfort always passes. Strong people remind themselves that feelings are temporary. Fear feels permanent, but it is not. The mind also exaggerates consequences. A mistake feels like disaster. A delay feels like failure. A challenge feels like threat. Strong people correct scale. They ask, how serious is this really? Often, the answer is simple. Not that serious. The mind prefers drama. Reality prefers balance. Fear grows in isolation. When thoughts stay unspoken, they multiply. Strong people bring thoughts into the open. They write them. They speak them. They examine them. Once exposed, fear loses power. The mind exaggerates because it values survival over growth. Growth requires risk. Risk feels dangerous, so the mind resists growth. Strong people expect resistance. They do not take it personally. They say, my mind is protecting me. Then they choose anyway. Fear often comes before progress. This is a pattern. Before growth, fear spikes. Strong people recognize this signal. Fear does not mean stop. Fear often means prepare. The mind exaggerates effort. It says, this will be exhausting. Often, the task is smaller than imagined. Starting reduces fear. Action corrects exaggeration. The mind calms. Once movement begins, thinking increases fear. Doing reduces it. Strong people act quickly. After deciding, they do not wait for fear to disappear. Fear disappears. After action, anxiety predicts loss. Reality often delivers learning. Strong people replace prediction with observation. They stay present. The present moment contains fewer threats. Most danger exists in imagined futures. Staying present shrinks fear. The mind exaggerates social threats. It says, they will judge you. They will reject you. They will think less of you. Strong people test these beliefs. Most people are focused on themselves. The mind lies to keep you small. Fear wants safety. Strength wants freedom. Freedom requires courage. Courage is not absence of fear. Courage is movement with fear. Strong people move anyway. They accept fear as background noise. They do not negotiate with it. The mind exaggerates failure. It treats failure as identity. Strong people separate outcome from self. A mistake is information, not a verdict. This reduces fear of trying. The mind also exaggerates control. It wants certainty before action. Certainty never arrives. Strong people act with incomplete information. They trust adjustment. Flexibility defeats fear. Rigid minds panic when plans change. Flexible minds adapt. Adaptation calms fear. Fear also exaggerates urgency. The mind says, fix this now. Strong people slow down. Urgency creates mistakes. Calm speed beats rushed effort. The mind exaggerates past pain. It replays memories to warn you. Strong people acknowledge pain without reliving it. They learn. They move forward. Replaying pain does not protect you. It traps you. Strength comes from seeing clearly. Clear seeing requires separation from thought. Thoughts are signals, not commands. Strong people treat thoughts as data. They analyze. They choose. They do not react. Fear feeds on reaction. Calm starves fear. The mind exaggerates. When you are tired, fatigue increases fear. Strong people manage energy, sleep, nutrition, movement. These reduce exaggeration. A tired mind creates threats everywhere. A rested mind sees clearly. Fear also increases when values are unclear. Unclear direction creates anxiety. Strong people define purpose. Purpose stabilizes thinking. When you know why, fear loses leverage. The mind exaggerates to prevent embarrassment, but embarrassment is survivable. Strong people accept discomfort. They allow awkward moments. They allow imperfection. This acceptance shrinks fear. Avoidance grows fear. Exposure reduces it. This is how training works. You face small fears. Repeatedly, the mind learns. Nothing terrible happens. Fear volume lowers. This is mental conditioning. Strong people train perception. They see threats accurately, not emotionally. They ask, what is real? Reality is usually manageable. The mind exaggerates because it lacks trust. Trust in self reduces fear. Trust is built through action, not affirmations. Each time you face fear, trust grows and the mind relaxes. Fear wants to protect you by stopping you. Strength protects you by preparing you. Clear seeing is the skill. Seeing thoughts without obeying them. Seeing fear without amplifying it. Seeing reality as it is. This is mental strength. The mind exaggerates threats. Strong people see clearly, and clarity creates calm. Chapter 4. Stay calm when others react. Calm people win emotional battles. Not loud people. Not fast people. Not reactive people. Calm people. This is a hard truth. Most people lose control. When pressure appears, they react. They defend. They explain. They explode. Reaction feels powerful, but it is weakness. Reactivity creates mistakes. When emotions rise, thinking drops. Words become weapons, used without aim. Actions become impulsive. Consequences follow. Strong people see this clearly. They understand one thing. The first person to react loses control. Control lives in stillness. Stillness creates power. Calm is not passive. Calm is dominant. Calm means you choose your response. Others may react. You do not follow. This creates imbalance. The reactive person looks for engagement. They want response. They want validation. They want conflict. Calm denies them fuel. Silence keeps control. Silence is uncomfortable. For reactive people, they fill space with noise. Calm people let silence work. Silence slows the moment. Slowness restores control. Most emotional battles are lost in seconds. A sharp reply, a fast defense, a rushed explanation. Strong people delay response. Delay creates clarity. Clarity prevents regret. When others react, they reveal weakness. They show triggers. They show insecurity. They show lack of control. Calm people observe. Observation creates advantage. You do not need to win arguments. You need to keep control. Control protects your energy. Energy is limited. Reaction wastes energy. Calm preserves energy. When someone attacks verbally, reaction feels natural, but natural does not mean effective. The brain wants to respond fast. Fast response feels protective, but fast response is emotional. Emotional response is predictable. Predictable behavior is easy to control. Calm behavior is unpredictable. Unpredictability creates power. Strong people slow down. Under emotional pressure, they breathe. They pause. They listen. This frustrates reactive people. Frustration weakens them further. Calm people never rush to explain themselves. Explanation often signals insecurity. Silence signals confidence. You do not owe immediate answers. You do not owe emotional reactions. You owe yourself control. Stillness creates space. Space allows choice. Choice restores power. Reactive people want closure now. Calm people wait. Waiting changes dynamics. The loudest person often feels weakest inside. Noise is cover. Calm is exposure. Calm people are comfortable with discomfort. They let moments stretch. They let others reveal themselves. Every reaction gives information. Calm collects information. Information is power. When emotions rise around you, your calm becomes contrast. Contrast makes you stand out. Others look chaotic. You look steady. Steadiness builds authority. Authority does not shout. Authority does not rush. Authority stays composed. Silence keeps control. Silence prevents escalation. Most conflicts escalate because both sides react. One calm person can stop escalation. This is leadership. Strong leaders stay calm. When others lose control, they do not absorb emotion. They do not mirror chaos. They remain centered. Centering is a skill. It is trained. It begins with awareness. You notice emotional pull. You feel urge to respond. You do not obey. This moment is where strength forms. Pausing breaks automatic patterns. Automatic reaction belongs to the past. Chosen response builds the future. Reactive people regret later. Calm people rarely do. Regret comes from speed. Control comes from patience. Silence keeps control because it stops leaks. Words can leak power. Tone can leak power. Body language can leak power. Calm seals leaks. Strong people control expression. They do not broadcast emotion. They keep their inner state guarded. Guarding emotion is not suppression. It is management. Management keeps you effective. Emotions are signals, not orders. Calm people read signals. They do not follow blindly. When insulted, they do not flinch. When pressured, they do not fold. When challenged, they do not rush. This unsettles others. Most people expect reaction. When reaction does not come, they lose footing. Silence keeps control. Silence forces others to confront themselves. Many arguments collapse. When one side stays calm, the other side runs out of energy. Energy drives reaction. Calm drains energy. From conflict, stillness creates power because it shifts focus. Focus moves inward. You stay grounded. Grounded people cannot be easily shaken. Reacting hands control away. Staying calm keeps control with you. Strong people choose when to speak. They choose words carefully. They choose timing intentionally. Timing matters more then volume. A calm sentence at the right time outweighs many loud words. Calm people win. Long games. Reactive people chase. Short wins. Short wins create long losses. Control is cumulative. Each calm response builds strength. Each avoided reaction trains the mind. This training compounds. Over time, calm becomes default. Reactivity fades. Silence keeps control. Even internally, you do not argue with your own emotions. You observe them. You let them pass. Internal calm creates external calm. Strong people look unbothered because they practice control. They do not suppress anger. They process it slowly. They do not deny emotion. They regulate it. Regulation is power. Reactivity is surrender. When others push, you remain steady. When others rush, you slow down. When others shout, you lower your voice. This reverses power. People mirror energy. Calm energy changes the room. It slows conversations. It lowers tension. Stillness creates power. This power is quiet. Quiet power lasts. Loud power burns out. Strong people protect their emotional state. They do not let others decide how they feel. This is discipline. This is strength. This is control. Silence keeps control because it keeps you free. Free from impulse. Free from regret. Free from chaos. Calm people win emotional battles. Every time. Chapter 5. Control begins with the pause. Every strong response starts with space. Not force. Not speed. Not emotion. Space. Reacting is automatic. The brain reacts fast to protect itself. It sees threat. It creates urgency. It pushes action. This is survival mode. Survival mode is not strength. Pausing is trained. The pause does not come naturally. It is built. It is practiced. It is earned. Most people react before they think. They speak fast. They act fast. They regret later. Strong people interrupt this pattern. They pause. The pause protects strength. It creates distance between feeling and action. Distance creates choice. Choice restores control. Without a pause, there is no control. There is only impulse. Impulse feels powerful for a moment. Then consequences arrive. The pause slows the moment. Slowness brings clarity. Clarity removes confusion. Confusion feeds mistakes. Strong people value clarity more than speed. Speed impresses others. Clarity protects you. The pause is not weakness. The pause is discipline. It takes strength to not react. It takes control to wait. Anyone can explode. Few can pause. Pausing feels uncomfortable. The mind screams for action. It wants relief. Reaction feels like relief. But relief is temporary. The pause tolerates discomfort. Discomfort builds strength. When you pause, you breathe. Breathing grounds the body. Grounding calms the nervous system. A calm system thinks clearly. Clear thinking creates strong responses. The pause gives your mind time to catch up. Emotions move fast. Logic moves slower. The pause allows logic to enter the moment. Without a pause, logic stays silent. Reacting hands control to emotion. Pausing takes control back. Strong people pause before replying, before deciding, before committing, before reacting. This habit compounds. Each pause trains the brain. The brain learns that reaction is not required. Over time, urges weaken. Control strengthens. The pause is invisible. Others may not notice it, but its effects are powerful. A paused response is measured. Measured words carry weight. Fast words carry regret. The pause filters emotion. It removes excess heat. What remains is intentional action. Intentional action builds respect. Respect begins internally. You respect yourself. When you pause, you show discipline. Discipline creates confidence. Confidence built on control does not shake easily. The pause protects strength because it prevents damage. Damage to reputation, damage to relationships, damage to self-trust. One reaction can undo progress. One pause can save years. Strong people understand this. They slow down. When stakes rise, weak people rush. When pressure appears, pressure exposes habits. Habits reveal training. Pausing is training. It is practiced in small moments, in traffic, in conversation, in disagreement. Small pauses prepare for big moments. You do not rise. Under pressure, you fall to your training. If you never pause, you will always react. Reaction is predictable. Predictability is weakness. The pause creates unpredictability. Unpredictability creates power. Others do not know what you will do. This shifts dynamics. People hesitate. When you pause, they reveal more. They show intent. The pause gives information. Information strengthens decisions. Strong people listen more than they speak. Pausing improves listening. Listening improves understanding. Understanding improves outcomes. The pause also protects energy. Reaction drains energy. Pausing conserves it. Energy is valuable. Strong people protect it. They do not waste energy on impulsive reactions. They invest energy in chosen action. The pause also builds patience. Patience strengthens the mind. An impatient mind is easy to control. A patient mind controls itself. Pausing teaches patience. Patience sharpens discipline. Discipline sustains strength. The pause also slows emotion. Emotion peaks quickly. If you pause, emotion often passes. Many reactions would never happen if you waited. Time weakens emotion. The pause buys time. Time restores balance. Balance improves judgment. Strong judgment leads to strong outcomes. The pause protects strength because it keeps you aligned. Aligned with values. Aligned with goals. Aligned with identity. Reaction often violates values. Pausing honors them. When you pause, you ask silently, what is the best response? What serves me long term? What preserves control? These questions change behavior. Strong people ask them often. They do not chase momentary satisfaction. They choose long-term stability. The pause also builds authority. People trust those who do not rush. Calm responses signal confidence. Confidence attracts respect. Respect reinforces control. The pause becomes a signature. Others recognize it. They feel your steadiness. Steadiness intimidates chaos. Chaos avoids calm. This gives you space. Space gives leverage. Leverage increases influence. Influence grows quietly. The pause also works internally. You pause. before negative self-talk, before doubt, before panic, before quitting. Pausing thoughts prevents spirals. Spirals drain strength. Control begins internally. An uncontrolled mind creates uncontrolled action. Pausing thoughts slows mental noise. Noise clouds judgment. Quiet sharpens focus. Strong people pause. Inside their own mind, they do not chase every thought. They let thoughts pass. This protects mental strength. The pause is simple, but not easy. Simplicity does not mean weakness. It means precision. Strong habits are simple. Pause. Breathe. Choose. This sequence builds control. Over time, the pause becomes automatic. Automatic calm replaces automatic reaction. This is mastery. Control begins with the pause. Every time. Chapter 6. Stop letting thoughts decide for you. Your mind will generate countless thoughts. Not all thoughts are true. Not all thoughts are commands. The mind is a machine. It scans for problems. It predicts danger. It reacts to patterns. Most thoughts are automatic. They come uninvited. They push for reaction. You do not have to follow them. You do not have to act on them. You do not have to obey mental impulses. Observation builds distance. When a thought arises, notice it. Label it. Do not chase it. Do not resist it. Distance is control. The more you step back, the less power the thought holds. The more calm you become, the stronger your mind grows. Thoughts are signals. Signals point to needs. Signals point to fears. Signals point to desires. But signals are not orders. They do not command action. They are data. You must learn to read them, not to obey them. Many people act on every thought. They follow impulses. They react emotionally. They make mistakes. Strong people pause. They notice thoughts. They evaluate them. They choose which ones matter. This creates freedom. Freedom from mental chaos. Freedom from impulsive error. Freedom from unnecessary stress. The first step is awareness. Awareness is noticing the thought. Awareness is labeling the thought. This is fear talking. This is doubt talking. This is craving talking. Words create distance. Distance creates clarity. Clarity creates control. The second step is detachment. Detach from the thought. Do not merge with it. Do not take it personally. Thoughts are not you. You are the observer. You are the decision maker. Detach, and the thought loses power. React, and the thought controls you. Your mind will resist this. It wants obedience. It wants urgency. It wants reaction. Ignore it. Step back. Breathe. Training your mind this way takes repetition. It takes consistency. It takes patience. The benefits are exponential. A controlled mind acts clearly. It moves calmly under pressure. It makes better choices. An uncontrolled mind reacts constantly. It burns energy. It creates chaos. It loses opportunities. Observation is a skill. Distance is a skill. Control is a skill. All skills are built with practice. Start small. Notice one thought. Label it. Detach. Do not act. Expand gradually. Notice multiple thoughts. Detach consistently. Choose which thoughts matter. Ignore the rest. You will fail sometimes. You will react unconsciously. Do not punish yourself. Failure is feedback. Learn from it. Adjust. Try again. Improve the pause. Strengthen the observation. The mind is a wild instrument. Left unchecked, it creates noise. It creates fear. It creates doubt. Harnessed, it creates clarity. It creates calm. It creates power. Strong people respect their thoughts. They do not follow everyone. They analyze. They choose. They control. You control your actions. Your actions shape outcomes. Your outcomes shape your life. If thoughts controlled you, life would feel chaotic. You would feel reactive. You would feel powerless. Control thoughts, and you regain authority. You regain calm. You regain focus. Pausing, observing, detaching, choosing. These are your tools. Your mental strength is built quietly. It grows unseen. It grows steadily. It grows unstoppable. Weak people react. They give their power away. They follow impulses. They chase feelings. They burn energy on noise. Strong people pause. They observe. They detach. They choose carefully. Each choice strengthens control. Each pause reinforces discipline. Each day compounds mental strength. The anchor phrase for this chapter: thoughts are signals, not commands. Repeat this to yourself. Notice when you forget. Return to it. When pressure comes, thoughts will scream. Do not obey them automatically. Pause. Observe. Detach. Choose wisely. Mental strength grows in the space between stimulus and response. That space is created by observation. That space is protected by detachment. That space is reinforced by choice. Life will test your mind constantly. Thoughts will push for panic. Thoughts will push for doubt. Thoughts will push for anger. Do not comply. Do not react automatically. Do not surrender your control. This is mental toughness. This is calm strength. This is resilience in action. Train your mind daily. Notice thoughts. Detach. Choose. Control the inner dialogue. Master your mental signals. Respond intentionally. Build unshakable mental strength. Your mind becomes a tool, not a tyrant. The practice is simple. The practice is quiet. The practice is consistent. Over time, this method transforms behavior. It strengthens character. It creates calm under pressure. It builds unbreakable resilience. Remember the repetition anchor. Thoughts are signals, not commands. Internalize it. Return to it often. Let it guide action. Your mental strength is in the space between impulse and action. It is in the pause. It is in the choice. Practice this daily. Strengthen it consciously. Watch your calm grow. Watch your decisions improve. Watch yourself rise steadily. This is the path to real mental toughness. This is the psychology of mental strength. Chapter 7. Mental strength is built in repetition. Strength is not found in one heroic act. Strength is trained over time. It is built in repetition. It is built quietly. It is built daily. Small actions create results. Small, calm, repeated actions matter more than grand gestures. One day of effort does not change you. 1 week of effort does not change you. 1 year of consistent effort transforms everything. Daily discipline builds resilience. Mental toughness grows from repetition, not luck. Each day, you practice calm under pressure. You expand your capacity for strength. Consistency beats intensity every time. A single burst of effort is short-lived. It fades. It burns energy. It leaves you exhausted and reactive. Repeated small effort compounds. It grows silently. It grows steadily. It creates unshakable strength. Most people chase motivation. They wait for feeling ready. They follow emotions. They believe one push will be enough. It is not enough. Feeling ready does not build toughness. Confidence does not make mental strength. Strength is trained, not discovered. You must do it anyway, even when tired, even when distracted, even when the mind screams, "Stop." Strength is built in the moments no one notices. Early mornings, late nights, minutes spent practicing calm, minutes spent acting despite fear. The brain resists repetition. It craves novelty. It seeks comfort. This is natural. It is expected. Do not fight the brain. Use repetition to train it. Make calm action automatic. Make discipline habitual. Repetition is a teacher. It shows you what works. It reinforces control. It strengthens character. Every time you pause before reacting, you strengthen your mental muscles. Every time you choose focus over distraction, you grow inner strength. Every time you take one more step, even when exhausted, you expand resilience. Strength is not demonstrated in grand victories. It is revealed in daily discipline. It is tested by consistent action. It is built in repetition. Most people skip repetition. They want instant results. They quit when progress is slow. They believe effort is temporary. They are wrong. Mental strength requires patience. It requires relentless practice. It requires doing small things over and over. It requires showing up when no one is watching. The anchor phrase, small calm actions matter, repeated daily. Repeat this phrase. Use it to guide action. Use it to return to consistency. Use it to ignore temporary frustration. Your mind wants results now. It resists repeated effort. It tells you it is pointless. It lies. Ignore it. Repetition builds trust in yourself. It shows the brain that you can handle pressure. It proves that calm is possible. It proves that focus can last. You learn through doing, not by thinking about doing, not by wishing for results, not by imagining success. Doing creates transformation. Each repetition trains the brain. It reinforces pathways of calm. It strengthens circuits of resilience. It builds automatic responses under stress. The practice is simple. Pause before reacting. Choose action over reaction. Focus over distraction. Step forward when tired. Repeat daily. You will fail sometimes. You will forget to pause. You will act impulsively. This is part of repetition. It is part of learning. Observe failure. Learn. Try again. Strength grows when practice is consistent. Do not confuse intensity with repetition. A single intense action is energy spent. It is a sprint, not training. Repetition is steady. It is calm. It is sustainable. Mental strength compounds, like interest, small daily deposits create massive growth over time. One calm choice today builds resilience tomorrow. One repeated pause creates automatic control in a week. One small step repeated every day transforms identity in months. Consistency becomes identity. Identity reinforces action. Action strengthens calm. Calm increases resilience. Resilience solidifies mental strength. There is no shortcut There is no hack. There is no moment of sudden greatness. There is only repetition. There is only showing up. There is only steady effort. Strong people act daily. They act when motivated. They act when tired. They act when pressured. They act when uncertain. Weak people wait. They wait for certainty. They wait for inspiration. They wait for the perfect time. They do not grow. They do not strengthen. Mental strength is trained in the mundane. It grows in repetition. It grows quietly. It grows reliably. Your daily choices matter. Every small calm action counts. Every repeated pause adds power. Every consistent effort compounds resilience. Observe the mind. Notice when it resists repetition. Step forward anyway. This is where strength is forged. The key to mental toughness is not drama. It is calm consistency. It is repeated small acts. It is the silent training that most people ignore. Repetition creates automatic control. Automatic control creates calm under pressure. Calm under pressure creates resilience. Resilience creates unshakable mental strength. Anchor phrases to repeat. Small calm actions matter. Daily discipline builds resilience. Consistency beats intensity. Return to them often. Use them to guide action. Use them to ignore doubt. Use them to resist giving up. Your brain will try to convince you to quit. It will say repetition is boring. It will say it is pointless. It will say intensity is better. Ignore it. Focus on repeated calm action. Focus on showing up every day. Focus on reinforcing strength slowly, steadily. Strength is earned in repetition. It is reinforced in calm decisions. It is proven in daily practice. It is built one action at a time. Do not underestimate repetition. It is the most powerful training. It is the foundation of mental toughness. It is the secret of the strong. By practicing calm, repeated, consistent actions, you train your mind to remain unshaken. You train your mind to resist pressure. You train your mind to stay steady. This is the psychology of mental strength. This is the path to calm resilience. This is how the strong remain unbroken. Your repetition today builds your strength tomorrow. Your small calm actions compound into power. Your daily discipline becomes identity. Your mental toughness becomes unshakable. Chapter 8. Pain does not mean stop. Pain is not a signal to quit. Pain is not a warning to retreat. Pain is not a sign of weakness. Weak minds confuse discomfort with danger. They escape at the first sign of struggle. They turn away from challenges. They avoid growth. They remain small. Strong minds see differently. They recognize pain as information. Pain tells you you are alive. Pain tells you you are pushing boundaries. Pain tells you change is happening. Discomfort is not danger. It is the raw material of growth. It is the tool of transformation. It is the furnace where mental strength is forged. Most people avoid pain. They stay in comfort. They limit themselves. They choose safety over potential. This is why most people never reach their capabilities. They are not broken. They are not failing. They are simply choosing ease. Strength requires tolerance. You must tolerate the burning in muscles. You must tolerate the fatigue in the mind. You must tolerate the uncertainty in life. Every time you endure discomfort, you grow stronger. Every time you face the uncomfortable truth, you expand resilience. Every time you step into the challenge, you fortify mental toughness. Pain is temporary. Growth is permanent. Do not confuse the two. The brain will scream. It will signal danger. It will exaggerate suffering. It will make quitting seem urgent. This is normal. This is expected. This is the voice of survival. Survival is not strength. Endurance is strength. Calm persistence is strength. Steady tolerance is strength. Do not argue with pain. Do not resist it emotionally. Accept it as part of the process. Observe it without fear. Weak minds see pain as enemy. They blame it for their limits. They let it control action. Strong minds see pain as a guide. They observe it carefully. They act through it. They maintain control. Pain is unavoidable in life. Everyone faces it. No one is exempt. The question is not whether you will encounter pain. The question is how you respond when it appears. Will you shrink away? Will you give up? Or will you move through it? Discomfort is the path to mental strength. Each uncomfortable step is a lesson. Each challenge endured is a skill gained. Tolerance is trained through repetition. You practice being present in discomfort. You practice moving through resistance. You practice ignoring fear signals from the brain. When you tolerate pain, you expand capacity. You learn your limits are not fixed. You discover you can endure more than you think. Most people stop too soon. They surrender before transformation occurs. They confuse the intensity of pain with inability. It is not inability. It is opportunity. It is the signal to act, not retreat. Strength is developed in consistent exposure. The more you face pain, the less it controls you, the more it loses power over your mind. Pain becomes predictable. Discomfort becomes manageable. Pressure becomes training. Challenges become lessons. Mental toughness grows slowly. It grows with repeated effort. It grows when you act despite pain. It grows when you show up even when life is hard. Resistance will rise. Your body will ache. Your mind will doubt. Your emotions will plead for escape. Do not listen. Move anyway. Take one step at a time. One action at a time. Small actions matter. They compound over time. They teach tolerance. They reinforce control. Calmness under pressure is earned. It is earned by moving through pain. It is earned by staying present. It is earned by refusing to quit. Observe yourself in moments of discomfort. Notice the urge to escape. Notice the judgment that pain is bad. Notice the voice that says, stop. Do not follow it. Do not react to it automatically. Pause. Step forward anyway. This is where mental strength is built, in the space between impulse and action, in the moments when discomfort is high, in the moments when the mind is loud. Pain is not permanent. It passes. It diminishes with consistent action. It loses power when you refuse to obey it blindly. Mental toughness is your response, not your feeling. Strength is calm, steady action, even when the mind screams for ease. The brain will try to protect you. It will signal exaggerated threats. It will create excuses. It will try to manipulate action. This is normal. You are not weak. You are simply being tested. Tests build strength. Strong people understand the difference. They know discomfort is a teacher. They know endurance is the reward. They know calm persistence is the path. Tolerance is not learned in ease. It is learned in challenge. It is learned in effort. It is learned in repeated exposure to pressure. Every time you endure discomfort, you rewire your brain. You train it to remain calm. You train it to continue under pressure. Pain will not stop you unless you let it. Discomfort only has power if you obey it. You choose your response. You always have a choice. Anchor phrases for repetition. Discomfort is not danger. Tolerance builds strength. Pain is the path to growth. Repeat these phrases silently. Let them guide action. Let them reinforce endurance. Let them remind you that strength is built, not given. Every difficult moment is practice. Every test of patience is training. Every unpleasant task is an opportunity. Endure it calmly. Step through it deliberately. Observe your limits, and then surpass them. Weak minds give up early. Strong minds persist. They move through discomfort. They grow because of it, not despite it. Pain does not stop strong people. It teaches them. It molds them. It expands their capacity. You are capable of more than you think. You are stronger than your mind believes. You are tougher than your feelings suggest. Strength is built in the moments you choose action over retreat. It is built in the moments you tolerate discomfort. It is built in the moments you stay calm under pressure. Pain is not the enemy. Avoiding it weakens you. Facing it strengthens you. This is mental training. This is the psychology of strength. This is how you become unshakable. Chapter 9. Strong people do not explain themselves. Strength does not announce itself. Strength does not ask for validation. Strength does not require approval. Most people feel the need to explain. They feel the need to justify. They feel the need to convince others. They speak to be accepted. They speak to be understood. They speak to avoid conflict. This is weakness disguised as communication. This is uncertainty wearing a mask of words. This is doubt disguised as reasoning. Strong people do not explain. They do not justify. They do not convince. Their actions speak louder than words. Their results are proof. Their calm is evidence. Silence is their power. It communicates confidence. It communicates certainty. It communicates control. Over-explaining exposes doubt. It reveals insecurity. It signals a lack of mental strength. When you feel the urge to explain, pause. Notice why you feel compelled. Ask yourself, do I need their approval? Do I need them to understand me? Do I need them to validate my actions? If the answer is yes, you are allowing external voices to control you. You are weakening your mental framework. You are diluting your strength. Strong people act first. They let the results speak. They do not seek applause. They do not need recognition. They do not crave approval. This is discipline. This is mental strength. This is calm under pressure. Silence is strategic. It is deliberate. It allows action to carry weight. It allows results to prove intention. It allows outcomes to validate effort. When you explain excessively, you waste energy. You distract from action. You focus on perception instead of reality. Your mental strength diminishes. Your clarity fades. Your calm is disrupted. Strong people know this. They conserve energy. They focus on the work. They focus on the challenge. They focus on the outcome. They do not speak to justify. They speak to clarify when necessary. They speak to inform, not to defend. They speak with precision. They speak with control. Weak people fear judgment. They fear being misunderstood. They fear criticism. This fear drives over-explaining. It drives constant verbal defense. It drives unnecessary arguments. Strong people accept judgment. They accept misunderstanding. They accept criticism. They do not allow it to dictate action. They do not allow it to disturb calm. They do not allow it to weaken resolve. The mind seeks to control perception. It wants others to see you in a specific way. It wants approval before action. This is mental weakness. Mental strength frees you from this need. You do not require others' approval. You do not require external validation. You do not let perception determine action. Strong people act without explanation. They move without defense. They achieve without justification. Your results become your statement. Your calm becomes your proof. Your discipline becomes your identity. When you stop explaining, you reclaim mental energy. You reclaim focus. You reclaim calm. You reclaim control. Every word used to justify is energy lost. Every sentence used to defend is time lost. Every argument for approval is clarity lost. Strong people understand this truth. They act with purpose. They speak with intention. They remain silent when words are unnecessary. Over time, their silence commands respect. Their actions create influence. Their calm under pressure inspires others. Explaining constantly is a crutch. It is a habit of insecurity. It is a habit of doubt. It is a habit of the weak mind. Strong people do not need crutches. They move steadily. They act consistently. They achieve quietly. They endure challenges without seeking approval. You cannot build mental strength if you constantly justify yourself. You cannot cultivate toughness if your mind is concerned with perception. You cannot remain calm if you seek others' validation. The more you explain, the less confident you appear. The more reactive you become. The more energy you waste on perception. Strong people understand timing. They know when words are needed. They know when silence is more powerful. They know when action alone communicates enough. Silence is not passive. Silence is not avoidance. Silence is strategic. Silence is control. Silence is mental strength made visible. Weak people mistake talking for power. Strong people know results are the only measure of power. Weak people fear being misunderstood. Strong people embrace the truth, regardless of perception. Every action you take without explaining strengthens your mind. Every decision you make without justification builds resilience. Every calm response under scrutiny fortifies discipline. Your energy compounds. Your focus sharpens. Your mental strength grows. When the mind wants to justify, remind yourself, I do not need approval. I do not need recognition. I do not need to explain. Anchor this phrase. Strength does not seek approval. Silence proves power. Calm speaks louder than words. Repeat it mentally. Use it to guide decisions. Use it to maintain control. Strong people cultivate independence from perception. They build resilience from action. They maintain discipline through silence. When challenged, they respond, but not excessively. When criticized, they reflect, but do not justify. When questioned, they act, but do not explain. This builds clarity. This builds calm. This builds mental toughness. Over-explaining is a signal. It is a signal that the mind fears judgment. It is a signal that the mind is not in control. It is a signal that strength is not yet internalized. Stop explaining. Start acting. Let results speak. Let calm confidence guide you. Let mental strength show itself through action, not words. Strong people are measured by what they do, not by what they say, not by what they justify, not by what they explain. Their presence is proof. Their discipline is visible. Their calm is undeniable. When others react emotionally, they remain steady. When criticism comes, they remain firm. When misunderstanding occurs, they maintain composure. Mental strength is independent of perception. It is rooted in consistent action. It is fortified by calm under pressure. It is demonstrated through results, not explanation. Do not seek permission. Do not seek validation. Do not over-explain. Anchor again. Strength does not seek approval. Silence communicates power. Calm is proof of control. Repeat it. Internalize it. Live it through your actions. Over time, your mental strength becomes automatic. You will act with calm certainty. You will move without fear of judgment. You will achieve without needing to explain. This is the path of the unshakable mind. This is the psychology of mental strength. This is how the strong remain calm. This is how the strong endure. This is how you become unbreakable. Chapter 10. Detach from outcomes. Attachment creates emotional swings. It makes you reactive. It makes you lose calm. It makes you chase approval. Strong people focus on effort. They control what they can. They accept what they cannot. Results are not in your control. They are influenced by others. They are influenced by chance. They are influenced by timing. Focusing on results is a trap. It causes stress. It causes frustration. It causes doubt. You cannot control everything. You can control your actions. You can control your focus. You can control your consistency. Detachment is a skill. It is learned through practice. It is built through experience. Do not tie your calm to outcomes. Do not tie your happiness to results. Do not tie your confidence to success. Effort is measurable. Effort is consistent. Effort is reliable. Results are not. When you focus on effort, you stay steady. You stay strong. You stay calm. Detachment does not mean carelessness. It does not mean passivity. It does not mean indifference. Detachment means focus. It means clarity. It means choosing action over reaction. It means valuing process over reward. The mind wants results. It wants validation. It wants recognition. It wants approval. This is natural. This is human. This is not weakness. This is biology. Your brain links reward to action. It releases pleasure when you succeed. It creates stress when you fail. Mental strength is choosing discipline over biology. Mental strength is controlling emotion. Mental strength is focusing on process, not outcome. When you detach, your mind does not panic. Your mind does not overthink. Your mind does not react emotionally. Detachment protects calm. Detachment protects clarity. Detachment protects discipline. Start with small things. Detach from minor results first. Detach from recognition. Detach from praise. Detach from approval. Notice your reactions. Notice the emotional swings. Notice your frustration. Notice your need to control. Breathe. Pause. Return to effort. Return to action. Return to process. Repetition builds strength. Detach every day. Detach from small things first. Detach from bigger things later. Do not worry about outcomes. Do not obsess over results. Do not let failure break your calm. Success is not guaranteed. Failure is not the end. Both are part of life. Both are outside your control. Control what you can. Effort is under your control. Focus is under your control. Consistency is under your control. Your effort compounds. Your focus compounds. Your discipline compounds. Results will follow naturally. Do not resist failure. Do not fear mistakes. Do not avoid discomfort. These are part of the process. Mental strength is built here. Strength is built in effort. Strength is built in repetition. Strength is built in detachment. Attachment creates anxiety. It creates doubt. It creates emotional turbulence. Detach, and you feel free. Detach, and you feel calm. Detach, and you gain control. Practice detachment daily. Detach from small tasks first. Detach from outcomes of conversations. Detach from feedback. Detach from social validation. You will notice clarity. You will notice calm. You will notice confidence. Your mind becomes steady. Your actions become disciplined. When results appear, observe. Do not react with elation. Do not react with fear. See it as information. Use it to improve effort. Your goal is mastery of action. Your goal is mastery of focus. Your goal is mastery of mind. Detachment allows you to act consistently. It prevents emotional overreaction. It prevents distraction by fear. It prevents loss of discipline. Focus on inputs, not outcomes. Inputs are effort, energy, and attention. Outcomes are unpredictable. Control what you can. Do not tie identity to results. You are not your success. You are not your failure. You are your action. When failure comes, detach. Learn from it. Adjust effort. Keep moving forward. When success comes, detach. Celebrate internally. Do not rely on praise. Do not seek approval. Detachment is freedom. Freedom from fear. Freedom from doubt. Freedom from external control. Every strong person practices this. They focus on effort. They ignore noise. They ignore opinion. They ignore outcome. Your energy is precious. Do not waste it on worry. Do not waste it on control you do not have. Detach and act. Detach and focus. Detach and move forward. Detach and remain calm. Daily detachment builds resilience. Daily detachment builds mental toughness. Daily detachment builds clarity. Mental strength is choosing calm over chaos. It is choosing action over reaction. It is choosing focus over fear. Anchor this thought. Control effort, not results. Focus on process. Calm follows detachment. Repeat it mentally. Use it before every task. Use it before every challenge. Use it before every interaction. Detach, and you gain control. Detach, and you gain freedom. Detach, and you gain strength. Detach, and you build mental resilience. Weak minds obsess over results. Strong minds focus on effort. Weak minds panic under pressure. Strong minds act steadily. The more you practice detachment, the more automatic it becomes. Your actions remain consistent. Your calm remains intact. Your discipline becomes unshakable. Life is unpredictable. People are unpredictable. Outcomes are unpredictable. Your mind does not need to be. Detach and remain calm. Detach and remain focused. Detach and remain strong. This is mental strength. This is the psychology of the unshakable mind. This is how calm under pressure is built. This is how strong people thrive. Anchor again. Control effort, not results. Focus on process. Calm follows detachment. Practice it. Live it. Master it. Strength comes from detachment. Discipline comes from focus. Calm comes from letting go of outcomes. Chapter 11. Build a quiet inner voice. Your mind is always talking. It talks without stopping. It repeats patterns. It reacts automatically. Most people listen to it blindly. They follow every thought. They argue with themselves constantly. They give power to noise. Mental strength comes from clarity. It comes from quiet. It comes from control. It comes from observing thoughts. Loud self-talk weakens control. It amplifies fear. It exaggerates risk. It magnifies failure. When your mind shouts, your body reacts. Your emotions spike. Your calm disappears. You cannot act effectively. You cannot think clearly. You cannot solve problems. You cannot maintain strength. Strong people train the inner voice. They speak internally with precision. They do not follow every impulse. They do not argue with noise. Clear words calm the nervous system. They slow reactions. They reduce tension. They stabilize decision-making. Simple language works best. Do not use complex ideas. Do not overthink every thought. Do not let confusion grow. Anchor your mind with simple cues. Say, internally, I act steadily. I stay calm. I focus on process. Repeat it often. Repeat it before tasks. Repeat it before challenges. Repeat it before interactions. Mental strength sounds quiet. It does not need loud declarations. It does not need ego. It does not need attention. Strength speaks internally. It guides action. It does not react to chaos. It does not collapse under pressure. Your inner voice shapes your behavior. It controls choices. It controls focus. It controls calm. Loud inner chatter creates distraction. It creates doubt. It creates panic. It creates wasted energy. Every unnecessary word weakens control. Every negative thought reduces calm. Every argument in your head drains power. Observe thoughts like signals. Do not treat them as orders. Do not obey every impulse. Do not follow every emotion. Label thoughts simply. This is worry. This is fear. This is doubt. Distance creates control. Observation strengthens calm. Quieting the mind allows focus. Focus builds mental strength. Every decision becomes clearer. Every action becomes steadier. Every response becomes calmer. Every interaction becomes disciplined. Do not confuse silence with inactivity. Quietness is not laziness. Quietness is intentional. Quietness is control. Strong people pause internally. They speak slowly to themselves. They repeat clear, simple phrases. They reinforce discipline through words. Anchor phrases guide behavior. I act no matter fear. I focus no matter distraction. I stay calm no matter chaos. Repeat internal words before action. Repeat internal words during stress. Repeat internal words during failure. Repeat internal words during pressure. Your inner voice controls your attention. It controls your energy. It controls your resilience. It controls your mental strength. Do not let loud thoughts dominate. Do not let negative chatter dictate behavior. Do not let self-doubt sabotage action. Do not let fear hijack calm. Quiet internal language creates predictability. It reduces impulsive reactions. It stabilizes emotions. It protects focus. Every morning, practice silence. Observe thoughts without judgment. Choose words that guide action. Build a habit of internal calm. During challenges, speak internally. I control my mind. I stay steady. I focus on what I can do. Do not argue with reality. Do not resist facts unnecessarily. Do not let ego amplify stress. Use language to anchor calm. Use language to enforce consistency. Use language to reinforce discipline. Use language to strengthen resilience. Repetition builds muscle. The mind strengthens through practice. Quiet, precise language creates mental toughness. Loud, chaotic language destroys it. Every word matters internally. Every phrase carries weight. Every self-statement shapes response. Every mental habit molds identity. Mental strength is the product of repeated internal discipline. It is the product of calm focus. It is the product of steady thought. It is the product of clear self-talk. Anchor this idea firmly. Clear words calm the nervous system. Simple language creates stability. Mental strength sounds quiet. Use it before every challenge. Use it in every stressful moment. Use it when fear arises. Use it when doubt emerges. Quiet inner voice is the shield against chaos. It is the tool for calm decisions. It is the anchor under pressure. It is the mechanism for mental control. The mind obeys patterns. Pattern your mind with calm words. Pattern your mind with steady phrases. Pattern your mind with clear, intentional language. Every habit of quiet self-talk compounds. Every phrase of internal clarity strengthens focus. Every moment of calm repetition builds resilience. Every act of internal discipline strengthens mental toughness. Do not wait for external calm. Do not wait for quiet circumstances. Do not wait for safe conditions. Calm begins internally. Calm begins through words. Calm begins through practice. Anchor this phrase. Control words. Control mind. Strength is quiet. Repeat it. Live it. Build it daily. Mental strength becomes natural. Discipline becomes automatic. Calm becomes the default. Your inner voice is your power. Guard it. Train it. Use it consistently. Do not let it wander. Do not let it shout unnecessarily. Anchor again. Clear words calm the nervous system. Simple language creates stability. Mental strength sounds quiet. Daily practice compounds. Quiet language becomes instinctive. Calm decisions become reflexive. Strong minds operate silently. Weak minds operate loudly. The more precise your self-talk, the more unshakable your mental strength, the more predictable your behavior, the more reliable your calm, the more disciplined your actions, the more powerful your presence. Your inner voice is a weapon. It is a shield. It is a guide. It is the foundation of mental strength. Chapter 12. Train strength when life is easy. Strength is not built only in crisis. It is built before crisis arrives. Calm under pressure is a habit. It is a habit formed when life is easy. Most people wait for challenges. They wait for pressure. They wait for stress. They wait for emergencies to act. This is a mistake. Waiting weakens the mind. Waiting delays growth. Waiting leaves you vulnerable. Strong people understand the truth. They know calm under pressure is trained. It is stored like muscle. It is stored like energy. Easy days are opportunities. Opportunities to rehearse control. Opportunities to rehearse calm. Opportunities to rehearse discipline. Every quiet day can become training. Every simple task can become rehearsal. Every moment of calm can become preparation. Strength is stored in habits. Habits form silently. Habits form through repetition. Habits form before danger arrives. Do not wait for chaos. Do not wait for hardship. Do not wait for the emergency. Do not wait for life to demand it. Take control now. Practice calm now. Practice focus now. Practice mental strength now. The brain learns patterns. It learns through repetition. It strengthens through routine. It adapts through consistency. Every time you practice calm, you store mental strength. Every time you practice control, you store resilience. Every time you choose discipline, you store stability. Easy days allow mistakes. Easy days allow rehearsal. Easy days allow learning without consequence. Easy days are safe training grounds. Do not waste them. Do not ignore them. Do not take calm for granted. Do not underestimate preparation. Small efforts compound. Small acts of focus accumulate. Small decisions to remain steady matter. Small choices build unshakable mental strength. Control your morning. Control your schedule. Control your environment. Control your thoughts. Strength stored today protects tomorrow. Discipline today prepares you for chaos. Calm practiced now prevents panic later. Resilience rehearsed early becomes instinctive under pressure. Even mundane tasks can be training. Walking with attention, breathing with control, working without distraction. Every action can teach. Every choice can reinforce calm. Every moment can strengthen focus. Every day can be preparation. Do not underestimate repetition. Do not underestimate consistency. Do not underestimate small daily victories. They are the foundation of unshakable strength. The mind is like a muscle. It grows through use. It grows through stress, yes, but also through rehearsal and calm. The calm mind anticipates pressure. It prepares for stress. It stores confidence. It stores strategy. Do not wait for external events. Do not wait for emergencies. Do not wait for hardship. Prepare before it comes. The strongest people start early. They start on ordinary days. They start when the world is quiet. They start when the stakes are low. Every repeated act of self-control matters. Every repeated act of mental discipline matters. Every repeated act of calm matters. They add together, silently, powerfully. You are creating a mental bank. You deposit calm daily. You deposit focus daily. You deposit resilience daily. When crisis arrives, you withdraw. You act steadily. You act clearly. You act without panic. The mind obeys trained patterns. Chaos does not create them. Stress does not teach them. Repetition in calm does. Do not confuse activity with preparation. Busy does not equal strong. Motion does not equal resilient. Intentional rehearsal equals strength. Train in low stakes. Rehearse your focus. Rehearse your calm. Rehearse your decisions. Control your reactions in ordinary moments. Control your impulses at work. Control your focus at home. Control your emotions in social situations. Every controlled response stores energy. Every disciplined choice builds resilience. Every calm reaction adds power. Every repeated act compounds strength. The brain remembers repetition. Neural patterns strengthen. Thoughts become habits. Habits become automatic responses. Your future self depends on this. Your calm tomorrow depends on today. Your strength under pressure depends on rehearsal. Your resilience depends on consistent training. Practice saying internally, I remain calm. I control my actions. I stay strong. Repeat it daily. Repeat it in small ways. Repeat it in quiet moments. Repeat it in ordinary life. Mental toughness grows silently. It grows slowly. It grows steadily. It grows before you even notice. Easy days are gifts. They allow rehearsal without consequence. They allow mistakes without cost. They allow slow, deliberate training. Ignore them and you waste preparation. Use them and you prepare for life. Respect them and you build quiet strength. Master them and you store resilience. The mind learns from action. It learns from calm rehearsal. It learns from repeated control. It learns from disciplined focus. Every day, you practice calm. You increase capacity for pressure. Every day you act steady. You reduce the chance of collapse. Every day you rehearse discipline. You make mental strength automatic. Do not wait for urgent lessons. Do not wait for intense moments. Do not wait for panic. Train quietly, consistently, daily. Anchor phrases guide the mind. I control myself. I prepare in calm. I am ready for pressure. Use them while working. Use them while training. Use them while resting. Use them while walking. Small efforts, repeated, build unshakable strength. Repeated practice makes calm instinctive. Repeated rehearsal makes mental discipline automatic. Repeated preparation creates resilience before crisis. Life will get hard. Life will create pressure. Life will demand clarity and calm. Life will expose weakness. But the mind that trained early, the mind that rehearsed calm, the mind that practiced focus is ready. Easy days are the foundation. They store strength silently. They store resilience quietly. They store mental power automatically. Repeat this. Easy days prepare hard days. Practice control early. Strength is stored. Live it daily. Train your calm daily. Rehearse strength daily. Store resilience every moment. Your future self depends on it. Your mental toughness depends on it. Your calm under pressure depends on it. Your ability to stay strong depends on it. The mind obeys trained repetition. It obeys habitual calm. It obeys practiced focus. It obeys repeated discipline. Every easy day is an opportunity. Every quiet moment is a tool. Every repetition is progress. Every small act builds mental strength. Do not wait for challenge. Do not wait for chaos. Do not wait for the emergency. Train strength now. When life is easy, Anchor again. Easy days prepare hard days. Practice control early. Strength is stored. Chapter 13. Mental strength is boring and consistent. Mental strength is not flashy. It does not seek attention. It does not require excitement. It does not rely on emotion. Most people chase thrill. They chase motivation. They chase spikes of energy. They look for drama to feel alive. This is a trap. Motivation fades quickly. Excitement disappears. Energy spikes burn out. Strong people do not rely on feeling. They rely on action. They rely on repetition. They rely on systems. Discipline is boring. Consistency is boring. Routine is boring. That is why it works. Boring repeated actions compound. Small habits done every day grow powerfully. Simple routines build unshakable mental strength. Ordinary actions, repeated, create extraordinary results. Look around. The people who collapse under pressure, they chase motivation. They chase excitement. They chase quick highs and fast results. They do not practice boring discipline. They do not rehearse calm and focus daily. They do not respect repetition. They do not prepare. Mental strength thrives on boring. Mental strength grows quietly. It grows slowly. It grows without attention. Excitement is a short-term friend. It will leave when you need it most. It will abandon you in crisis. It will fail when pressure arrives. Consistency is a long-term ally. It stays. It builds quietly. It compounds silently. Strong habits are simple. Wake up at the same time. Plan your day. Follow your rules. Repeat actions with discipline. Follow the same routines. Practice the same focus. Maintain the same calm. No drama is needed. No rush is required. No urgent feelings control your choices. You act because it is necessary. Consistency beats intensity. Small actions every day outperform short bursts. 1 hour of calm, repeated daily, exceeds 1 day of frenzy. Repeated small steps build massive mental strength. The mind grows with habit. It learns from repetition. It obeys routine. It trusts consistency. Excitement can mislead. It makes the mind restless. It makes action dependent on feeling. It creates dependency on emotion. Discipline removes emotion from the equation. Discipline creates predictable action. Discipline ensures results, independent of feeling. Discipline is boring, and that is its power. Do not seek constant thrill. Do not wait for energy to act. Do not rely on bursts of motivation. They are unreliable. Instead, design systems. Create habits that run quietly. Follow routines that repeat daily. Rehearse calm, action, and focus every day. Strong people train in monotony. They repeat boring exercises. They reinforce mental strength daily. They prepare for pressure while life is calm. Your brain obeys what you repeat. Boring repeated actions become automatic. Discipline becomes instinctive. Calm becomes second nature. This is the secret of mental strength. It is not flashy. It is not exciting. It is predictable and boring. Habits remove the need for emotion. Routines eliminate panic. Repetition builds resilience. Consistency stores power. Even when life is chaotic, even when others panic, even when stress rises, you remain steady. Your mind is trained. Your habits support you. Your routines protect your calm. Your strength is automatic. Avoid distractions. Avoid seeking novelty for energy. Avoid relying on thrill to act. Avoid the temptation of drama. Focus on the daily grind. Follow your systems. Repeat your boring tasks. Strength grows quietly in repetition. No shortcuts exist. No dramatic wins matter. No overnight changes produce lasting power. Only boring, consistent work builds mental toughness. Anchor phrase. Boring. Repeated. Consistent. That is strength. Use it daily. Repeat it in thought. Repeat it in action. Embed it into your habits. The small repeated acts. Waking up on time. Planning your day. Following through on tasks. All of these add up. They compound quietly. They build stability. They store mental strength for the storms ahead. Excitement is temporary. Boring actions last. Routines endure. Consistency creates invincible calm. Life will test you. Chaos will arise. Pressure will increase. Opportunities will shrink. Without boring habits, you will fail. Without daily routines, you will collapse. Without consistency, you will be reactive. Strong people prepare for this. They do the boring work today. They practice calm daily. They repeat simple actions endlessly. Boring repetition stores mental energy. It builds focus. It strengthens willpower. It grows resilience. Do not seek excitement. Do not crave drama. Do not chase highs to act. Act because you have a system. Every small, repeated action is a deposit. Every routine performed consistently is growth. Every day of boring practice adds to power. Every calm, consistent moment builds mental toughness. Remember, excitement fades. Stability stays. Small actions repeated daily build unstoppable mental strength. Anchor phrase. Boring. Repeated. Consistent. That is strength. Make boring your ally. Make repetition your tool. Make consistency your foundation. This is the path of the mentally strong. Chapter 14. Become the calm person others rely on. Calm is not weakness. Calm is strength in disguise. Calm is control over the mind. Calm is mastery over reactions. Most people react first. They speak without thinking. They act on emotion. They make mistakes under pressure. The strong do not do this. They pause. They assess. They act with control. Reactions slow down. The mind becomes steady. The body follows. Actions are deliberate. Calm is contagious. People notice it. They feel it. They respond to it. Confidence settles in. It is quiet, not loud. It does not boast. It does not demand attention. Calm becomes natural. It becomes automatic. It is stored in habits. It is reinforced daily. Strong people are calm first. They act second. They think before speaking. They observe before reacting. Pressure does not disturb them. Stress does not shake them. Chaos does not influence them. They remain steady in storms. Every interaction tests the mind. Every challenge tests patience. Every setback tests control. Every insult tests calm. You will be tested too. Life will push. People will provoke. Situations will escalate. If you are calm, you win the mental battle. You make better choices. You avoid unnecessary conflict. Calm is practiced. It is rehearsed in small moments. It is reinforced by repetition. It is strengthened by self-discipline. Your identity shifts when you remain calm. You stop being reactive. You stop being impulsive. You start being reliable. Others notice reliability. They trust it. They rely on it. They defer to it in crisis. Calm is visible in behavior. It is visible in speech. It is visible in posture. It is visible in decision-making. The mentally strong prepare for this. They train their mind daily. They rehearse control under pressure. They practice patience with minor challenges. Small repeated acts matter. Waiting your turn. Listening fully before responding. Pausing before action. These acts grow habit. They reinforce calm. They build automatic mental strength. They make control instinctive. Do not confuse calm with passivity. Calm is action. It is thoughtful action. It is decisive action. The calm person is focused. They prioritize important matters. They ignore distractions. They eliminate emotional noise. Calm people speak less. They listen more. They process information fully. They act after consideration. They do not overreact. They do not escalate. They do not allow emotion to dominate. They maintain mental clarity. Reactions slow down. You assess risk. You measure impact. You plan your steps carefully. Confidence settles in. It is quiet. It is steady. It does not seek approval. You trust your judgment. You trust your training. You trust your systems. You trust your habits. Calm becomes natural. It is reinforced by daily practice. It is reinforced by repeated success. It is reinforced by self-discipline. Others begin to follow your lead. They look to you in pressure. They look to you in crisis. They respect the calm you display. Strength becomes identity. It is no longer an action. It is a way of being. It shapes every decision. You respond, not react. You lead, not follow blindly. You act with purpose, not impulse. You influence, not dictate. This is the final stage of mental strength. It is rare. It is difficult. It is earned over time. Every small act of calm compounds. Every moment of patience adds power. Every choice to stay steady strengthens identity. Every pause reinforces mental toughness. Do not let stress control you. Do not let chaos dictate your behavior. Do not let emotions dominate action. You decide your response. Detach from triggers. Detach from provocation. Detach from impatience. Detach from immediate reward. Observe the situation fully. Analyze carefully. Act deliberately. Communicate clearly. Calm people solve problems faster. They make better decisions. They reduce mistakes. They create order where others see chaos. Repetition anchors this behavior. Pause before speaking. Pause before acting. Pause before reacting. Daily practice is essential. Small challenges teach control. Repeated minor stressors prepare for major stress. Consistency is key. Calm is strengthened when tested. Pressure reveals preparation. Stress exposes weakness. Crisis rewards training. The calm person is predictable. They are reliable. They are steady. They are mentally strong. Others rely on them because they remain composed. They respond, not react. They solve problems, not create drama. They maintain focus, not distraction. Your identity solidifies. You are calm. You are strong. You are reliable. This is not learned overnight. It is practiced daily. It is reinforced in every decision. It is embedded in habit. Calm is an invisible strength. It is quiet power. It is subtle authority. It is mental mastery. Anchor phrase. Act higher. Rise higher. Repeat this daily. Embed it in every action. Strength becomes automatic. Calm becomes natural. When others collapse, when others panic, when others overreact, you remain steady. You lead by calm example. You act with measured confidence. You create trust. You influence outcomes. Your mental strength is complete. It is no longer reactive. It is not dependent on others. It is independent, deliberate, and calm. Practice daily. Rehearse patience. Repeat small actions. Consistency builds identity. This is the ultimate level of mental strength. Calm is your default state. Steadiness is your identity. Reliability becomes your reputation. Every challenge is a test. Every pressure moment is an opportunity. Every stress point strengthens habit. Every calm response compounds mental power. You become the calm person others rely on. You are the steady force. You are the controlled presence. You are the mentally strong individual. Anchor phrase repeated. Act higher. Rise higher. Embed this. Practice this. Live this. Mental strength is complete. Outro of this book. You have learned the patterns of mental strength. You know how to stay calm under pressure. Apply these lessons daily. Train your mind. Strengthen your habits. Act higher. Rise higher.